morning. It's market day. It's actually a little bit after 8, so we've already started selling. I realized I haven't really showed you much of the area. I've only showed you my booth, but here is the market behind me. So we've got all of the outside vendors, and then the pavilion over there is for like farmers and the bakers. But over on this side, it's just a bunch of like greenery. There's like some little bike paths, walking paths. There were some people running over here. There's like a duck race in town. So look, like he's riding a skateboard over there. People just walk all around these little trails. And it's like a sculpture garden too. I'll have to show you that. But there's like a little fountain over here, which is very peaceful because my booth is right there, that second one right there. So let's just walk around, see what we can find, because I really have not even walked around much. I've only been at my booth, but it's just a bunch of trees. It's like an old railroad track, it looks like. Used to be some trains coming through. Lots of fun stuff. It looks like it's gonna rain. I hope that it doesn't rain before the market is over. So I actually live in a national park. So there's like the little park thing, like the info, and there's like a sculpture over there. There's a creek down there. What? I didn't know there was a creek down here. Look at that. That is beautiful. It just goes on for miles and goes back that way. Very pretty. Very peaceful. And the sculpture. Look at this. Look at that. I'm also a photographer, so this would be a perfect place to take pictures. And there's more sculptures down there as well. And here's the market over here. Very beautiful. Y'all have any guesses where I live at? Anyone ever been here before? Anybody recognize it? I would love it if anyone knew where I was and came and saw me. That would be so fun. There's like a whole like soldier memorial too over there. I'll have to bring y'all to. But here we are back at the market, and here is my little booth, my little setup. here is my setup for today. As always, I've got my sign over on the right, and I've got some new turtles today. I've added this pink mini turtle, and this one I had last week. And then I also made this dragon fruit turtle, which I think is so cute. One of my favorites. And this one, which was gonna be a blueberry, but I never put the top on it, so it's just a blue turtle. Then I've got this turtle, which is very cute as well, with the teal and brown. My jumbo turtle. And then I made this corgi. That's very cute. This little tuxedo cat, which can it be a tuxedo cat if it's not black and white? I don't know. I've got these love cats down here. Still got my dragon. And then I've got these three from the Fable collection. I did sell the light pink one to somebody, so I shipped that out. So I've got these three. I've still got my Winnie the Pooh back here, which I think I'm gonna lower the price on this. I've got it for 30, I might do like 28. And then I've got the two octopus. I've got like a random basket over here, so we'll see if any of that sells, which that's kind of blocking that. Maybe I'll take it out. And then these two bears left, which I need to make some more of these for sure. And I decided to move my pigs to the basket instead of the rack over there. And I've got some baby rattles. And then my little Mabel chicken bin. So I'm excited to see how these sell. I've got all of my loveys hanging over here. So I've got this cow, which is new. And this horse, which is so cute. Got my deer. And all of my other loveys.
I'm not giving it all, just a dragon
I love to see it go. I can always make another one. Ah, good. Okay. It's about 10:22 and I've sold 27 items so far. So we're doing really good today. We've got about an hour and a half left. So let's see what else sells. Trolley! Trolley, trolley, trolley!
Hello.
Here is what it looks like at the end of the market. All of my turtles sold, except for the jumbo one. And then everything in the little basket. My little love cat sold. I still have the corgi, but we'll have that for next time. I sold my fables, minus this bunny. I sold an octopus. Still got the Winnie the Pooh, but a lot of people are really interested in it, so it'll sell next time. Still got my pigs, bears. I sold a lot of my rattles and completely sold out of the chickens. And sold quite a bit of loveys, so I've got some crocheting to do. It's like 12:05 and I just sold that little tiger that was right there. So now this is what the table looks like. And we're taking down. I'm at Michael's and I think I'm going to get these two yarns. So I've never had the light pink one before. I have had this white and the teal one, but I haven't had it for a long time. So I think I'm gonna get these two to make some turtles, and I wanna see if I can find the Feels Like Bliss and see what I can get from there. I never shop in this acrylic section that much. I did shop here for Christmas to make some stockings, but I had no idea they had this big twist yarn. That would make really cute headbands. Maybe I will get one. I'm really liking this color for a headband. Those purples are really cute too. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. I found the Feels Like Bliss. There's only like this little bitty row. There's the dark gray, the light gray, like the purple, I think. What color is this? Dusk. And then there's this blue, this green, and blush, which I really wanted the yellow, but I knew they didn't have it because it said it was out of stock online. So I don't know that I'll get one of these. I really like, oh my gosh, no way. I did not know they had Feels Like a Dream. I gotta get it. But what can I make with this? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I wonder if that's like a mess up, because this says Feels Like Bliss, and that's Feels Like Bliss. But this one feels like a dream too. Oh snap. I looked through all of the colors, and the only one that has Feels Like a Dream is this sage. So maybe it's like telling me I should get it. But I have no use for this. I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna pass on that for today. I really do like this light gray though. That would make like a cute elephant, I feel like. So maybe, but that would be really small. I'm not a fan of small like crochet items, so maybe. I also really like this blue. That would also make a cute elephant. Even this blush, which on the other aisle I saw there was like just a pile of random blush Feels Like Bliss. So I guess somebody changed their mind. I have some weighted pellets at the house, and I know a lot of people do the Feels Like Bliss with weighted pellets, so that might be a good option to do. Like I said, this would be really good for an elephant, and this pink one and this blue one too are really good for an elephant. I really like the way that all of these cakes look, but I just never have anything to make with them. Like I've seen the star blankets. That would be really fun. Maybe one day. I'm back home, and I ended up getting only the 2 skeins of Sweet Snuggles Light from Michael's. So I decided that I'm just going to wait on the Feels Like Bliss until I can order some of the yellow, because that's really what I want, is to make some fuzzy bees. But for now, I got some more Sweet Snuggles Light, and I need to place an order for Premier Yarns, which I'm procrastinating. I keep putting it off, but I am getting really low on my yarn, and I'm starting to not have any colors. So I definitely need to place an order for that, which that will probably be next week. But I wanted to come on and give you my market totals. So the market is from 7 to 12. It's every Saturday, but I usually go every other Saturday. That way I can have some time to get some more inventory made. But for this market, I sold 35 items in total. And I'm gonna go through prices instead of like the order that things were sold. I'm gonna go through like $10, $15, $20, and so on. So for my $10 items, I sold 19 of those, and I sold a bumblebee rattle, a sunflower rattle, my lion rattle, another flower rattle, a daisy rattle, another daisy rattle, and then I had a little bear pipsqueak that didn't have a rattle. So I sold those. I sold 8 maple chickens, which was all that I had, so I completely sold out. And then I sold my duck from Oak and Marlow, which was the last one that I had. And then I had a little mushroom boy, which sold. And I had a Pop-Tart that also sold, and then an octopus. So that was 19 for my $10. And then $15, I sold all three of my mini turtles. And then I sold a mini loaf cat. So that was 4 items total for $15. And then my $20 increment, I sold 3 items, and it was the Brie Mouse from Oak and Marlow, the bunny with the overalls, which I can never remember the name of that, but it's the one with the headband and the overalls and the ears stick up, also from Oak and Marlow. And then I sold my tiger finally from Loops to Lovies. And that one I had for $25 and I decided to put it for $20, and it was the last thing that sold. And then for $25, I had 4 items and I sold 2 of my big turtles and 2 loaf cats. And then for $28, I finally sold my purple macaroon turtle. That one has been coming with me to all of my markets so far, and it finally sold. And I actually wasn't even at my booth. My mom was the one that sold it while I was walking around. And then I also sold one of my bunnies finally, the baby Bonnie bunny from Shop Mod Threads. I sold the one, I think with overalls. So I'm very glad that that one sold. And then my $30, I sold 2 items. I sold a pink elephant and then the cow that I made that had the little headband on it. My last item, which is the most expensive, is $35, and it was the Palin the pony from BK Crochet, and I was very glad that sold because the horse, the cow, a couple of my turtles, all of my Mabel chickens, and some of my rattles were some things I had prepped this past week, so I'm very glad that they sold because last week I prepped stuff and like none of it sold. So it just depends on the week really. But for this market, like I said, I sold 35 items and my first sale was at $7.40 and then my last sale was at $12.05. And the best selling hour this time was actually from 9 to 10. A couple weeks ago, my best selling hour was 10 to 11. So it kind of fluctuates. Basically anywhere from 9 to 11, I feel like is a good time for me to sell. And from 9 to 10, I sold 15 items. That brings us to a grand total of $561 for a 5-hour market, which is very good. It's about a little bit more than $100 an hour, which when you think about it, that's really amazing. And I am so glad that I am able to sell what I like to do. So the booth fee is only $15 and I do have the option to pay for the whole season, but since I'm not there every Saturday, I just pay individual markets. For square, I made $361 minus fees. It ended up being about $342. And then cash, I had $190, and Venmo, I had $10. So that's how much that I was able to make at this market. I am so very grateful. There actually are some Tuesday markets as well, which I'm thinking about doing. Not this Tuesday, maybe the 4th Tuesday in the month, or the 3rd one. I can't remember which one I said, but I'm gonna try and do a Tuesday market, see how it goes, and see if I can keep up with all my inventory doing Saturdays and Tuesdays. So I'm not gonna be doing a market this next Saturday, but I am gonna do it the next, and I'm gonna do 2 back-to-back. So I'm gonna do July 4th weekend, and then the week before, which is 2 weeks from today. Yeah. So I've got lots of time to prep, and I actually already started prepping a lion, which I kind of think that I'm gonna run out of yarn, and I really hope that I don't, because I really want to get that done and out of the way and work on some more things. But let me know if you liked the way this video was with more market focused. The reason I didn't film any like market prep was because I was sick this past week, and you can kind of still hear it in my voice a little bit, but I am feeling a lot better, and I am very glad I was able to go to the market and sell. So this is where I'm going to leave this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. As always, my Etsy and Instagram will be linked down below. And I also created a Facebook page if you would like to follow that. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!